Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne, Florida is leading the way in pop culture fun. From comic books and graphic novels to Funko Pops and collector's items, Famous Faces and Funnies has it all. Rick Shea and the professional team at Famous Faces and Funnies are friendly and knowledgeable. Whether you're looking for toys, props, collector treasures, or a new comic book, Famous Faces and Funnies is your one-stop shop. To find Famous Faces and Funnies on Facebook and Twitter, just type at FFF Comics.
Join author Gary Zeiger for an animatic short film based on his breakaway Stingray novel series. Watch this animatic short based on the novel Stingray, You Can't Hide Forever at stingrayseries.com. In Stingray, You Can't Hide Forever, Captain Epsilon is putting the band back together to rescue his protege's little sister from the evil conglomerate, while keeping his state-of-the-art warship Stingray out of their hands. Watch as the adventure unfolds in the groundbreaking animatic short at stingrayseries.com. Then, join the crew of Stingray with the next novel in the series, Stingray Prophecy, where Captain Epsilon and Dr. Zubre are pivotal players in an ancient prophecy. Can they reunite the people of two worlds before they destroy each other? To learn more, visit stingrayseries.com.
What was it you promised your old man?
Never give up. Do something they'll never forget.
I'm afraid I am a coward. I'm sorry for everything.
Meg,
This is my
you'll
moment.
be missed.
If I had done this a long time ago,
A true movie-land tragedy.
it would have saved a lot of pain.
Peg Entwistle, known for her spectacular Broadway performances and a promising movie career, is gone.
They'll never forget this.
In the summer of 1953, private investigator Will Lucky Marks was working as the in-house private eye for Arcane Pacific Pictures. Trapped inside the studio with the killer, Lucky must find the killer before time runs out. Lot 28. Own it today. Available iTunes and Amazon.com.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Koepp at CKOEPP.com today.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
It's a quest. It's a quest for fun.
Well, The Rock says, why don't we just cut right to the chase?
Okay, now he wants to get together. Well, he wants to talk.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
It's showtime, folks!
What are you? I'm...
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to And I Quote, the weekly show where we introduce you to content creators of all shapes and sizes that join us from any and all corners of the nerd universe, and we take your questions. I am your host, Ryan, and our guest this week is a first. This is someone I met through an app known as Clubhouse, and for the first time ever, a Clubhouse personality, someone I've met through that app, is a guest on this week's episode of And I Quote. Please welcome voice actress queen Liisa Lee. Liisa, welcome to the program. Finally, you've arrived. How are you?
Great. Finally. I'm a Clubhouse personality. What? Thank you. It's great to be here. Hi, good morning. No cereal. No cereal to be had this morning. I'm sorry.
I know, so many breakfast cereals to choose from. Maybe we'll talk about those a little bit later on. But thank you so much for being here, Liisa. Once again, if you have any questions for Liisa as we go throughout the course of the show, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the live chat. Our producers are going to be monitoring it as we go throughout the course of the program. But in the meantime, Liisa, let's go back to the beginning a little bit here. What would you say were some of your favorite movies or TV series growing up?
Oh, as a kid, like the Saturday morning stuff.
Could be anything, yeah.
Electro Woman and Dinah Girl represent. Almighty Isis, Wonder Woman, Sigmund and the Sea Monster was a favorite. The Halls of Justice, right? And of course, all of the Looney Tunes, all the Looney Tunes, especially the very rare episode where Wile E. Coyote speaks, and he describes with a chart. Like a butcher's chart, the flavors of Roadrunner, which is one of my favorites of all time.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice picks. I remember watching my fair share of Looney Tunes when I was a wee lad, a bit younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
With that being said, to borrow something from one of our friends who may or may not be watching this right now, what's your favorite breakfast cereal?
Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, if we're really gonna go there, that's yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
With the pain inflicted and everything, I'll take it. Yeah.
There you go, Johnny. We went there. So
Johnny, we went there.
We did. Absolutely, we did. And
Sugar
if anyone,
Smacks, right? Sugar Smacks is also top sugar consumption.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's called Honey Smacks or Golden Smacks, or they've tried to get we don't really have 17 cups of sugar in this small bowl of cereal. Yeah.
Could be more. We never found it. But some people are chiming in here. Jamie Hill's in the house. She says, hello, Liisa Lee. Jamie Hill, good to see you, superstar. Brian Wenzoff says, hey there. How are you? Brian, good to see you. He is the host and co-producer of Reels and Heels. And Jamie says, my favorite breakfast cereal is Mini Wheats, according to Jamie.
A solid choice. That's a solid choice. Yeah.
Mini Wheats? Okay. And Brian Wenzoff chimes in. He says,
frosted, right? Is it frosted Mini Wheats or regular Mini Wheats? Because if it wasn't frosted, then it would just be very beige.
Be more, yeah. If you want to be a little bit more specific, Jamie, let us know. But Brian Wenzoff says Cinnamon Toast Crunch is his favorite. See,
we've had this discussion. We've already had Cinnamon Toast Crunch is pretty good, but I like it better out of the box, just as a snack, not soggy with milk.
Oh, by the way, Jamie clarifies definitely frosted Mini Wheats. She says.
See, I know. See, yeah.
We're confirming this as we go along. So, with that being said, what inspired you to become a voice actress?
Oh my gosh! Well, I moved out. I got burnt out on Broadway very young, and friends were already in LA. Friends and family were already in Los Angeles. They're like, come to the sunshine, come move to the sun. And I came out here, and one of my best friends was palling around with a couple dudes who were his best friends. And they said, I'm a voice actor and I do voiceover demos, and you should do this. And I ended up I was doing a commercial for this gentleman's Elvis tribute album on camera, and he said, you should do voiceover. So he brought me over to his agency, and we palled around, and they shoved me in the booth back in the day when people went into the agency to record in their booths for auditions, and messed around. I went and made a demo with this other buddy, and then I thought I was off to the races. But then I was like, I'm a Broadway actor. I don't need to go to acting class. I've already been. I'm a professional. I didn't understand. I was that jerk. So then I wised up, and I went to the Beverly Hills Playhouse, and on camera, film TV, enormous horse kick, stopped my heart, killed me for a minute. I came back, and then what can I do that's a little more relaxing? And voiceover was like, this is theater of the mind. Theater kids play and pretend. This is awesome. So that's that long, quick story.
the bloody cliff notes. Brian Wensloff chimes in. He says, do you know Chris Carr?
If I saw a face, maybe. I don't know. I remember Lisa Carr, who was a DJ on KLOS. Because, of course, that's her real name, I think. I don't think so. Right.
All good.
All the DJ names.
Who would you say are some of your favorite voice actors or actresses, past or present?
Oh my gosh, June Foray, is the epitome, kind of. But here and now, I'm gonna get all fangirl talking about these things. But I love talent that also leads with heart and leads with kindness and leads with goodness and integrity. So people like Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson and Marisha Ray and those Critical Role folks. I also have a very big warm heart for Kal-El Bogdanov and Mick Wingert and the amazing and wonderful Charlie Adler, who is kind of the Jedi of talent and heart and teaching. Nothing better. And there's so many. So if I've left names out, you guys, I'm on the spot here. So forgive me now, mea culpa now. But yeah, Jody Gottlieb, people who have been my champions, people who have been, when this profession is mostly kind and amazing, but there can be clicky things. So those folks that have reached back down and said, I'm in your corner, those are good people to me.
Yeah. There you go. Some nice names to throw out there. Anyone you hope to work with in the future?
All of them, all of those people. Absolutely all of those people. I also, with casting and different great casting directors and people, I want to work again with Barbara Harris. I want to work again with Adu Payton. I want to work again with Liam O'Brien. And then people like Lindsay Perlman and different people over at Lucas Film Animation and Disney Pixar. I mean, I have a sister who was an animator for Disney. And my father worked with Walt. So Disney I literally grew up in my backyard was Disney World. So we were there every day picking somebody up from the office somewhere. So it's in my heart. It's very much in my heart. So that's a goal. Yeah. I don't need to be a princess. I'd rather be like, a sidekick or a villain or a fun character it's got some heart or some twisty turns.
Oh my goodness gracious. Boy, the plot thickens. Once again, we're talking with voice actress Liisa Lee on this episode of And I Quote. Make sure you're liking and sharing this video with all 200 of your closest friends. They're going to like the way they look after watching or listening to this episode. I guarantee it. If you have any questions for Liisa Lee during any portion of the show, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the live chat. We're going to be keeping an eye on that as we go throughout the course of the program. What advice do you have for aspiring voice actors or actresses out there?
Learn improv, learn acting. Learn improv, learn acting. Lead with authenticity. Do not. I've seen great people get some power and get some clout and turn into the glad handy caricature of themselves. And all the really wonderful celebrities I've had the honor and the treat to work with, they've all of them except one has been incredibly kind, incredibly. We all kind of look back and marvel, go, how are they this successful and this kind? And it's because of that leading with heart and creativity and not letting it get to you. So yeah, acting, improv, lead with your heart. Don't be afraid to fit out, right? Don't be afraid that all of these people want to fit in. We all do, right? I've even said it in a different context, we all just want to fit in, right? But if you're going for a show that's already airing, if you're already going, I want to fit in like 1883. Well, 1883 is done. So you're behind the ball. Fit out. That got created by a new idea about taking the classics forward. So don't be afraid to fit out. Be you. Every client I coach is incredibly amazing with their own gold of their own voice. So, and that's exciting to me. That's really fulfilling. So getting all those considerations away from old teachers and bad teachers and invalidation and derision from other teachers or students or friends or family. I give you permission to let it go and be you.
Wow, it's a mic drop moment if I ever heard one. It's great, isn't it? Great advice. Do not get me wrong. Brian Wensloff chimes in with a question for you, Lisa. He asks, who's on your voice acting Mount Rushmore?
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
That means if Mount Rushmore has 4 faces on it, right? 4 of the most popular people in history. So if you got to pick 4 voice actors / actresses to put on your Mount Rushmore, which 4 individuals are you going to choose?
Ooh.
That's the question.
God, that's hard because I love so many different voice actors for so many different reasons. Again, for that individuality. Man, I don't want to choose people like that. I don't, because then I'm leaving people out, and I don't want to do it. Don't make me choose. Don't make me choose.
Brian is asking the
right
question.
Off my head, Charlie Adler, Laura Bailey, Ashley Johnson, Christian Lands.
There you go. See, that wasn't so held, was it?
Yeah, but we're leaving out tons and tons and tons of people, and it's not fair.
I know, but it is a Mount Rushmore, so you got to go by the rules here. And Jamie agrees with you with what you said earlier. Fit out, love it. Brian Wensloff says, and since you mentioned the King, Elvis, are you looking forward to seeing what Austin Butler brings to the table with that movie coming up? The biopic about Elvis.
Sure. Of course, you always want to see what someone new is going to bring to something so iconic, because it's kind of like, how the heck do you do that, right? I'll tell myself I haven't seen the Lucille Ball movie because I was afraid to have that uncanny valley thing, right? That like I don't want to see someone try and hit and miss, because then you're like, it's good. I haven't seen it though, so I don't know that answer, right? But it's always fun. And hearing him, I heard a little snippet of part of an interview yesterday, and he was talking about, and I didn't even watch the whole snippet. He was talking about the different decades of Elvis's voice. So he was going through it, and that was really cool. So I love that kind of homework as well, because I'm voice actor, but also a word nerd, and that kind of progression is really, really cool. Yeah, I don't do a lot of voice matches. Although I get a lot of auditions for them, and I don't do impressions. Not really. Only like personal people, and then other people say I sound just like Jodie Foster. Like best friend tapped me on the shoulder years ago in a store, thinking I was her friend, and I wasn't Jodie. So
goodness gracious. There's something you don't hear every day.
I'd love to work with. Oh my God. Yeah.
That is something you don't hear every day. What would you say are some of the rewards about being a voice actor?
You get to work in your pajamas. I don't really do that. Or maybe I do. I don't know. You don't know. You get to work from home right now. And there's the duality, right? I love being able to go into my closet, scream into the void, and produce something cool and edit and produce. But I also love the teamwork of voiceover. Man, I've had so much fun in ADR sessions, which means additional dialogue recording, when there's 10 of you on a team and you're in a big recording room and you're doing different kinds of additional voices. So whenever you hear people going, oh my God, it's Superman, look, Godzilla, or crowd noises in a restaurant, all the things that the lead actors aren't saying that you kind of hear in the background, that chatter, that's additional, that's part of additional dialogue recording. And that's really fun. Yeah. There's some really, really talented, again, really kind-hearted people and really fun, talented people. I've seen a guy go, okay, we need 5 minutes of you riffing. You're a philosophy professor. You've written a book. You're addressing your students. Ready? You ready? You got it? Yeah, I got it. Go. And he did. And the whole, all I was a guest. So all 11 of us were like jaw drop. He just one take, fantastic improv. Yeah. Really talented folks. Smart folks. That's what's also fun. The smarty pantses. A lot of the smarty pantses live in voiceover and well read and laid back. And yeah, there's something about not having the stakes as high as being on camera or in a different way. The stakes are high. That is lets people kind of relax and be more themselves sometimes.
Smarty pantses. I've never heard that before. You never know what you're going to learn on this very program, ladies and gentlemen. You never know.
Smarty pantses.
Stranger things have happened. No puns intended, because the new season just dropped. Jamie Hill says PJs all day.
Hey, hashtag PJs all day. Yeah.
Great. We just made that a hashtag. That's going to be trending on Twitter and Instagram here pretty soon. Do not worry about that. You know how the internet goes. It's pretty quick. On the flip side of the coin, though, what would you say are some of the challenges about being a voice actor?
Not trying so hard, getting out of your own way, having the right equipment and understanding it. My biggest learning curve really has been all of the technical equipment now and the editing and all of that learning as we've gotten into pandemic, and everyone had to have a I'm going to air quote broadcast quality studio, which just means it's clean, clear. The sound is good. Your room has been addressed for room noise and tone. Yeah, all of that has been, and then getting out of my own way. I'll tell myself, absolutely. It's not like I just, some of it is easy and some of it's your wheelhouse and some of it is not easy. And you kind of have to pat your head and rub your tummy and then figure out how those different muscles work. Like TV, film, and procedural acting is different than sitcom acting, is different than film acting, is different than Broadway. So you have to just learn the muscle. Yeah.
All right. Good pieces of advice and thoughts about that there. No question about it. Brian Wensloff chimes in. He says,
Hi,
Mel Blanc is one of my favorite voice actors, and D. Bradley Baker as well. If you had a chance to spend 24 hours with them, what would you want to learn from them?
Oh my God. I want to learn all the fun. And again, Mel brings all that fun. Interviews with him, he is laid back, but man, he brings the funny kind of nonstop, which is also a skill. Interviewing is a skill, and you have interview coaches for a reason. And what was the other name?
Oh, D. Bradley Baker was the other one.
Oh, he's so kind and he's so fun and he's so cool. Creature noises. Yeah. Put me to work. Kick my ass. And people have described it as learning how to play your face. Right? Learning how to make all those creature noises and just getting to hang with either of them would be a treat because they're delightful, amazing seeming people. Right. Yeah. D. Bradley Baker, I will also say, he's such a giver. Again, I want to be a voiceactor.com is his website. For people that want to get into voice acting. It's really comprehensive. It's I've linked it on my website for all the resources. I put a resources page up because so many people on Clubhouse wanted to know, how do you do this and how do you do that and where do you go to get microphones and sound treatment for your room and all this stuff. I was like, just here. This is what I know. It's not exhaustive list, but this is what I know. Yeah.
Good stuff. And for someone who maybe and once again, we're talking with queen of one of the many queens of voice acting, I should say, Liisa Lee. Hey, I'm giving you praise here. Work with me here. I know, great.
Weekend.
I know, I'm giving you great power. With great power comes great responsibility. But even so, we're talking with voice actress Liisa Lee on I know we're trying our best. On And I Quote. If you have any questions for her, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the live chat. Don't forget to share this video with all 300 of your closest friends because they're going to like the way they look. After watching or listening to this episode of And I Quote with special guest Liisa Lee, I guarantee it. Have you ever been to something known as a Comic-Con before? And if so, what was the first Comic-Con you ever attended?
What? Why, yes, Ryan, I have. I have not been to the big one. I am waiting until I'm on a panel and I'm invited. Because it is also expensive. I got invited and with full credentials this year, but that did not come with a room. And I was like, I can't. $1,300 a night? Are you what? That's studio money. That's studio prices, right? That's studio high. Expenses get to pay those. So with studio expense accounts, that's a thing. So and I was very grateful. So thank you, the kind gentleman that offered me the ride for that. WonderCon was my first, I think, here in Long Beach. Was my first con, and it was fun because I got to walk. The very first thing I did was bump into one of my dear friends from the Renaissance Fair days, who also is a voice actor, and we walked right into Crispin Freeman's class. At the time, it was really fun.
Oh,
yeah, it was neat.
My goodness. Aside from that special memory, any other special memories from being at other conventions or meeting up with other voice actors or actresses through other shows?
Goodness gracious. I have a lot of fun stories that I'm not going to tell today, not because they're blue or anything, but because I'm respectful. But I think my favorite has been the camaraderie when you get to see a Critical Role live, when you get to see a Critical Role panel at conventions. The thing I love about those people, and I will always say it, I'll be a broken record, I don't care. They taught me to lead with kindness. Matthew Mercer leads with kindness. Taylor Swift does the same thing. A couple other people, LeVar Burton as well. They lead with kindness, and it's a superpower. And it really taught me to be a kinder person. And it carries that energy carries through an audience, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So that whole group of nerds is kind and courteous, and there's a whole bunch of mutual support and a whole bunch of heart and fun. And of course, if you're, Sam Riegel's there's going to be laughs and craziness. So all of that stuff. Yeah.
What kind of characters do you enjoy voicing the most? Heroes, villains, maybe somewhere in between? And if so, what particular genre do you enjoy working in the most?
Oh goodness. I'm working in audiobooks the most right now, and video games. I love video games. I love it's become kind of fun, that rapid fire pace of working with a director over the phone in my booth, getting scripts out is really fun. What was the first part of the question?
What kind of characters do you prefer to portray? Yeah.
I haven't had coffee yet, Ryan.
It's okay. It's still early in the morning where she is. Hashtag she lives on the West Coast.
Yeah, I was a little Senegalese. I play a lot of moms. That's kind of my wheelhouse, is moms and villains. Moms and villains, definitely.
Maleficent, maybe?
Wouldn't that be fun? All of those kind of villains. I recently recently released. We did it 3 years ago, but when I was on High Guardian Spice, it was really fun because I started off as a really loving mom, and then at the end there's a turn, and it was really fun because I got to do this on. Audu Payton was so great. He is so great. He made sure that everyone got to go in for a session that last Christmas. We worked on it so that we would have Christmas money. It was so great. It was so sly. It was so savvy. It was so kind. And after we were done recording what we were doing, they handed me one more page, and it was the last page of the season. and I got to say 2 words that I love that they held it back for me until I saw it right then and there. I was like, what? So we don't know what happened to her, but there are theories. We don't know if she's turned bad or if she is under a spell. But it was really fun to get to take a twisty turn. It's really fun.
A genre you haven't worked in yet that you hope to work in somewhere down the line?
Well, there's also always a lead character in a video game. That would be fantastic. Animated film. Saturday morning animation, but really animated film. I really would love to work with Disney, Pixar, Lucasfilm Animation. That kind of, yeah.
Well, since you grew up in the Magic Kingdom of Disney, since your family has a bit of,
I really did.
You and your family have a bit of have some history there. What are some of your favorite OG Disney animated films?
Robin Hood, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, a fan of the Foxes, are we?
Oh yes, all of that. I mean, the visuals are amazing, and all of that, great. All those voices, man, it's just so. It's so good. It's so
Robin
good.
Hood and Little John roaming through the forest. It's another day. Yeah, song's coming to me now.
Exactly him. Exactly.
So you mentioned Robin Hood. What was another one?
Sleeping Beauty. She's the only princess with bangs. So I identify, Ryan. I'm identifying with her.
Have you cosplayed as her?
No, never. No, never. But my favorite character as a kid was the queen from Snow White because she was so pretty.
She was also kind of evil.
Little evil.
Trying to make you eat a poisoned apple there.
Yeah. Those were my favorite. And then there's a really underrated, the voices are amazing in Atlantis.
Oh, Atlantis: The Lost Empire with Michael J. Fox?
Yeah. Those villains are fantastic. Like really chewing the scenery. You can hear every I'm forgetting now. I should be more up on it. That female villain in it, you can hear every eyebrow raise and every sneer and every curled lip. It's fantastic.
I know they made a sequel called Atlantis Milo's Return, but whatever happened to Atlantis Part 3? They never completed the trilogy. What the frack? I don't understand that.
That's all inner workings of political stuff with animation departments and shareholders, I'm sure, and we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the changing of the guards and animation styles and budgets and types and stuff as that went on. Yeah. I've heard someone break that down really well. I can't remember all of it. Forgive me, but it's a fascinating story. As a matter of fact, it would probably make a really great movie. The stories about those stories.
Are you hearing this, Hollywood?
That's my dream. I would love to have a film studio that told the stories about the stories, about how the movie, all the scandals, all the. This is telling on myself a little bit. I used to be through the serendipity of a wrong phone number to my phone. I became, and because I'm a lady and I am a good guest, my family is I've grown up in the resort business. I became a guest at the Playboy Mansion for many years. There was about a core of us, about 10 guys and girls who were always fully dressed, always just there to be faces, to be whatever. And because I was a lady and I was always courteous and always thanked the security guards and thanked the people, that I kept getting asked back. And there was a point to that story. Oh, so Sundays, haven't had my coffee. So Sundays.
For some of us, it may be still a bit early where they are.
Lee, wake up. Sundays was movie night. And the coolest thing about it was no bunnies, none of that. It was just his pals. And there was popcorn. We sat around on the floor, on couches on the floor. And he and a buddy of his would sit on the back of a couch in front of like this big half theater screen and talk about the box office ticket price, how much it sold, the stories of the scandals of the day on the set. the stories of how the movie did, and the stories of casting and all those twists and turns about the stories that get the movie made. And it was my favorite thing.
Oh.
So cool. Yeah, it was really fun. It was like mini film school. But some of the people that were involved in those stories happened to be sitting in the room. It was very cool. Yeah, it's neat.
I see.
It was cool. It was very neat.
So, just out of curiosity, though, we have this image here that we were sent over earlier. This is a collage of some of the characters you've voiced, portrayed, whatnot. Can you name some of these characters or some of these memories of yours that you're willing to share?
Oh, well, the top row is, well, there's Scissors from Devil May Cry 5. That was an amazing 4 hours of screaming for Liam O'Brien. That was really fun. And Mari, thank you so much. Thank you. I adore you guys. Those are 2 books. Those are 2 audiobooks. And I'm don't make me name them. Don't make me 3 audiobooks. And then that is Dying Light 2. One character that I voiced that got cut early on. There is down by my right shoulder, audience right shoulder. There is Lavender. That's from High Guardian Spice. We've got Famine right below me. And she has 2 personas, which is cool. She was this really sexy pinup vixen early in the game, and she had like recipes, like recipe cards going through the game, but it was for people. And then she turns into that, which is really wild and cool. My very first game on the bottom right-hand side is Mythos from Flagship Studios, I believe, right? Yeah. Yep. That's some. Bonnie the Barmaid's in there from D&D Live. Who else can I talk about? A game is going to get released in Japanese, and then I am the American cast. She's on there. You'll have to find her when that releases. You'll see, and she's really fun too. It was my first time playing a queen, and it was really fun to also represent the LGBTQA plus community, and that was a great big fun thing, and I was really honored. I got cast over my cell phone text. She had heard my demo a year ago. So the stories about getting cast, it's not always linear. It can always be something unusual. So having your social media out there, I'll wag my finger at you. Having your social media out there and having your collateral and being present is out there is important for your housekeeping for your career.
I'll say. Speaking of Devil May Cry 5, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't that feature Dan Southworth, Johnny Young Bosch?
Okay.
If I remember correctly?
I got so busy. There was a long time between. I know all of the other voices, right? It was a whole bunch of us that know each other from the Gardner Street Collective and different places that have some other roles in it. I don't know them personally.
Oh, okay.
Other folks I do, which is really, really, really fun. It's a huge cast, and it's a bunch of really, really great, talented folks, and a bunch of folks working on the casting and the production end of it, the directing end of it. It was a real honor to be part of the family. Yeah, really fun.
Oh, well, there you go. Once again, we're talking with voice actress Liisa Lee on this episode of And I Quote. Make sure you're sharing this video with all 400 of your closest friends. You're going to like the way you look after watching or listening to this episode of And I Quote. I guarantee it. If you got any questions for Liisa Lee, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the live chat. Going to keep an eye on that as we go throughout the course of the show.
And thanks, everyone, for your questions so far. They were great.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Thank you to all of you who have participated thus far. And if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for doing so. We greatly appreciate it. Liisa, if you were cast in a live action film, what genre and what kind of character would you want to play?
Western is definitely one. Period pieces.
That's one of the first things I think of when I think of Western. Sorry.
I saw the guy play that with the harmonica he played it on, I believe,
really?
At a BlizzCon years ago, which was really freaking cool. Yeah, I heard him talk about that. Yeah, it was really neat. Definitely a Western period pieces. I love patter dialogue. So I love all that dry wit patter stuff of Iron Man's, of Sherlock Holmes, of the Thin Man movies, of all the On the Road pictures. So give me that fun patter dialogue. Yeah, that would be really fun to be a little bit funny. But definitely movies with really great thoughtful scripts, right? Or TV like scripts like The West Wing. That stuff, those scripts were so good, it made me sweat. Like, it's so good, right? Deadwood. People don't understand. Deadwood was Shakespearean. It was structured like Shakespeare, literally. So go back and watch the soliloquies. Go back and watch. This is Shakespearean. It's that fantastic and nth degree masterclass. It's structured like a Shakespeare play. So yeah. It's fantastic.
I believe Deadwood's on my list of things I want to watch. Plus, I'm a big fan of Timothy Olyphant and Ian McShane as actors, so there's nothing wrong with those two gentlemen.
And Whirl Brown. Get on there and watch it.
I probably I should. I probably bloody
women,
should.
oh my god, the women so oh my god, so good. Very dear to my heart.
All right, so Western genre. What's your favorite Western film of all time? What do you think?
Tombstone. It's got to be Tombstone.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, it's got to be Tombstone.
Wow, a lot of people have been chiming in about Tombstone, and not just because of all the things that have happened a little bit more recently with Val Kilmer's struggles with his health and the throat cancer and whatnot.
Oh my gosh.
But gee whiz, Tombstone, I finally watched that years back, and I thought, okay, this movie's good. This movie's good. I wouldn't put it, like, me personally, it wouldn't be in like my top 3, top 5 favorite Westerns of all time. I like it, but I don't love it.
Fight.
I'm sorry. I like it, but I just don't love it like everyone else does. But I like it. It has its moments. Don't get me wrong. I mean, of course, I've had the pleasure of meeting not only Val Kilmer twice. I met Michael Biehn, who played Johnny Ringo. He looked like someone just walked over your grave.
Michael Biehn. But also,
met him. They're both nice people, by the way. Even Val Kilmer, he was able to speak a little bit to me when I was at his booth the first time I saw him, because I had him sign my Batman Forever DVD set at the time.
Amazing. I also won't separate those films from Deadwood or from Hell on Wheels.
Oh, Hell on Wheels is so good.
Oh my god.
Anson Mount as Colin Bohannon.
All of them. All of them. The Swede, all of those twists.
Colm Meaney,
the women. Oh,
Common.
Common. Oh my god. Talk about chewing up scenery, masterclass, star turns. It's just it's bigger than what people think of as, it's just TV. That's gone. It's gone.
I like the dialogue of Hell on Wheels. It's really good stuff.
And of course, 1883 is this beautiful pastoral where Yellowstone was like this dark and gritty, fantastic House of Cards kind of violently amazing thing.
Sure.
1883 was the symphonic pastoral version of the version of imagery and iconic themes of the West, right? This really beautiful musical, gorgeous golden hour turn of the West. Really, really gorgeous stuff. Yeah.
Are they moving forward with another series set in the Yellowstone universe?
Yeah.
Or is it just Yellowstone in 1883?
No, something else. I think I don't know. I'm not up. I thought I saw something else is coming as well, and then McGraw is going to do another movie or another something is happening. Something else is happening, and I don't remember what I read the other day. I'm not Dory, you guys. I swear to God, I'm not Dory. I'm not.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I shall call him Squishy, and he'll be mine. He shall be my Squishy.
Gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That just came out of nowhere. I don't know where that came
from. A lot.
It's okay. It's no hard.
Full of all this other weird word trivia.
It's okay. Yeah. You mentioned shows like 1883. You got Hell on Wheels. You got Deadwood. All this jazz. What would you say are some of your favorite movies that have come out recently? Some of your favorite movies of the present?
Oh my God, it's amazing. I've watched so much that I'm drawing a blank. Like I've watched so much on Netflix. Ozark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to separate those from film anymore. I'm not.
Really?
No. Yeah. It's, they get more time to have more fun developing a story. And I just love it. I also love Lost in Space is an amazing, oh my God. It's
Danger
amazing.
Roll Robinson.
The way that it's written and structured, it's always on a little cliffhanger. It's just incredible stuff. And it's just fun. It's super fun. Ozark was my favorite thing so far. And there's so much I'm going to leave out and go, oh, I wish I had said when we're done. But that's the thing that really sticks out. I mean, besides Yellowstone in 1883, because Yellowstone is deliciously dark.
Mm-hmm. The sad reality is that my parents love it, but I haven't seen it. I know.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. I've been told.
It's a lot, but it's so worth it. Yeah.
And you got Kevin Costner at the center of it. So not that there's anything wrong with Kevin Costner. He's been doing this for like what, 45, 50 years now?
All of them. It's really fantastic to have him in the driver's seat where you can kind of sit back and go, I know we're all going to be taken care of in this show. And it's going to be fantastic. Right.
I mean, this man has done so many Westerns in his career, whether it be through film or even television, because he did the miniseries with the late, great Bill Paxton, Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah. But everyone else in the cast too, all the new air quoting new faces you get to meet and know throughout those seasons is just the depth and breadth of the stories they get to tell and the emotions they get to portray is a gorgeous gift for all the actors that are there, right? And all of the God, the DP, just hats off. Just it's so gorgeously cinematic, and it's such a beautiful looking show, right? The same with Deadwood. You can freeze frame Deadwood anywhere, and it's a painting. It's a painting. It's absolutely stunningly gorgeous and gory, but gorgeous.
Yeah. Gory, but so gorgeous. Oh my God.
Fight me. Where's the lie? It is. I'll pick up my Nerf bat on that. I will defend it. I will defend that hill.
None of there's anything wrong with that. Well, I want to take this opportunity to say that this episode and every episode, more specifically, of And I Quote, is indeed powered by Pod Decks. Now, Pod Decks are the hottest new tool for podcasters looking to have more meaningful conversations or simply gamify their podcast. So what you do is you shuffle up the cards, you ask a question, and you let the content roll. Get yours today at poddecks.com, and make sure you use the promo code RYAN10. That's RYAN10, RYAN10, for 10% off your order. You're not going to want to miss out on that opportunity. So, Lisa,
Ryan,
the question,
yes?
Exactly.
What?
The question on the table is if you could make one of your hobbies into a profession, which one would it be?
Ooh. Singing. Yeah, that'd be great. I've had plenty of people wag their finger at me to release a single or do something with it, and I haven't yet. So there you go.
Well, in the words of our good friends over at Nike, hashtag not a sponsor, just do it. Anyway.
I know.
You should.
Mm-hmm. It only takes time and money. That's all it takes.
Time is money and money is time.
That's all it takes.
I heard that somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Sometimes television ads can be wrong. But does your name have a special or significant meaning? And if so, what is it?
Lisa is it means devoted to God or blessed by God, something like that.
Oh my.
Whatever. And Lee comes from Lee Theodore. My real name is Lisa Levine, but my other real name, because I'm adopted, is something else. It is French and it is privé. I know. What?
Hashtag Fun Fact Saturday.
One small town in the French Alps. Like it's so specific on my 23andMe. It's so cool. Lee Theodore, who was the original Anybody's in 57 in West Side Story on Broadway. She was the founder of the American Dance Machine that my sister was in the company of, and I was a little teeny mascot dancer and then an apprentice when I was 13. And then my first equity gig, my first tour, my first national tour was West Side Story. And I got to be a jet girl and I understudied Anybody's. And there was a Liisa Lee in equity. So I honored Lee Theodore, who was kind of like my grandmother. And she was a big mentor of mine. She was a very, very big deal in my life. And I took her name because I was understudying her role. So I became Liisa Lee. I was almost Lisa Lester for my father's first name.
Really?
Which is also like a really cool old Hollywood sounding name, but I did Lee.
Mr. Lester, we need you here in the studio a lot.
Yep.
That was my poor attempt at humor.
And my real middle name is Louise. So Louise Lester. I almost was Louise Lester, but
I'm Louise.
Like a fantastic burlesque name, I think, to me. So I backed off it, but it's a great name.
I think you're the first person I met whose first name, Lisa, has 2 I's in it.
Yes. Even before I got to LA, okay, I was at the National Academy of Arts in Champaign, Illinois, and there were 7 Lisas. And my name is Lisa Jane Levine, and the 7th Lisa that arrived mid-year was Lisa Jane Levine. And we had to differentiate. And so I was, 14, and she took 2 S's, I took 2 I's, and then later it turned out that that is a legitimate Scandinavian spelling, and I am legitimately Scandinavian, French, Scots Brit, Wales. Yeah.
My goodness gracious, the things we learn on this program, and my reaction to that is simply the...
Yes! That's awesome!
Yes! So it was legitimate before I knew that I legitimately could do that. I just saw it written on a job application for the Lock, Stock, and Bagel, Ryan. A great bagel store. It's probably gone now. Oh. It was really good.
Who doesn't like bagels? I like bagels. They're good.
Lock, Stock, and Bagel. Yeah, it was, yeah.
If anyone's curious to look up the history of that, feel free to do so on your friendly neighborhood internet server, or Google it or something, and let us know in the chat. I'd like to hear your thoughts.
And if you're in Champaign, Urbana, go to Garcia's and get us a gutbuster slice at Garcia's Pizza, the Flying Tomato Brothers, because they're amazing. It is old school. It is so good.
There is that too. Did your childhood shape you into who you are today?
Oh, yeah. Doesn't everyone, right? That's kind of everyone. My mother was a dancer with the Radio City Ballet Company that became the New York City Ballet. And she danced with Jacques D'Amboise, Maria Telchief, Jelena, all those people. And then my sister was on Broadway with West Side Story and American Dance Machine and some other things. And I followed in those footsteps. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But I've met my bio mom, and she and I'm the only one in the family that rode horses or that cooked and baked and things. So it was very cool to meet her. And she sent me pictures of, she sang on the radio, she sang for the USO, and she rode horses. She taught horseback riding, and she loves to cook and bake. So it was a really cool, that ancestral memory carried through. Pretty cool. Like the two.
My goodness gracious, all these talents and creativity are in your genes. They're in your family's history. So bless your heart, young lady, because you're
my dungarees. They are.
That's one way of putting it. So you're kicking tail and taking names. Bless your heart. What is something you don't mind sharing with other people?
Well, everything I just shared with you, I guess. I don't mind. What would I? Those things. I don't know. I'm pretty forthright to a sad fault sometimes. Yeah, all those different names. There you go. And all the places I've lived, I guess I'll do that.
The more you know. What is one thing you wish you'd spent more time doing when you were younger?
Singing.
Becoming the next American Idol?
No. Oh God, I hate competitions. I can't take the anxiety. I just can't. Dance competitions, no, I can't. I think that it needlessly puts pressure on creators. I don't know. That could be a whole nother conversation. We could do a whole room on it in Clubhouse. But yeah. Ask me again.
Do you want me to repeat that question?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if she was. I wasn't sure if she was. I wasn't sure if you're being jokey or serious. I'm sorry. Sometimes the signals get
serious.
The signals get crossed. What is one thing you wish you'd spent more time doing when you were younger?
Yeah, I answered you. And then I got on my own tangent, and then I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, singing.
Singing. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Previously on. Previously on Liisa Lee's quotes. Sorry, that was my poor attempt at it. That was my exactly. That was a poor attempt at a joke. Which actor or actress would play you in a documentary?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that answer, Ryan. That would. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I pass.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It is what it is.
I see myself the same way other people see me. So I don't know.
Okay.
I think story of my life. I think it would be like one of like a Meg Ryan rom-com from way back. Right. Those are my favorites. You know, You've Got Mail and Harry Met Sally and yeah.
There you go. Well, we brought this up a little bit earlier.
What?
I said we brought this up earlier, but this may be a bit more of a simple question. A little behind the scenes. Liisa and I met each other through something known as Clubhouse. Now, Liisa, for someone who may be listening or watching, what exactly is Clubhouse? If you had to give a Cliff Notes version of it, what would it be?
It's a live chat masterclass of TED Talky people. It's an incredible tool for learning how to speak in public, learning how to polish your answers and interview things. How am I doing, Ryan?
No, you're fine.
And it's an incredible learning tool. It really is like all these little master classes in how to start a food blog, how to fill out your application for a TED Talk and be successful, how to grow your client base, how to heal emotionally there's grief counselors in there. There are whole rooms for people to get up on stage and practice their English when it's a second or third language. It's incredibly useful. Yeah, that.
There you go. Enough said, right? Well, we want to take this opportunity to say thank you to voice actress Liisa Lee for being our guest on this week's episode of And I Quote. Liisa, where can the person watching or listening to this find you online and all the projects that you have coming up? What do you got?
Oh my gosh. So I am at Liisa Bell on Twitter, LIISABELLE. I am Liisa Lee everywhere else. My LiisaLeeVO.com is my voiceover website. Truth, Love, and Cake Batter is my gluten-free blog with recipes. SugarStudiosInc.com is my food photography site. What's coming up next? My next audiobook. I'm doing all of the audiobooks of female protagonists for Shadowrun and Battletech. So I'm working on some really fun Shadowrun stuff right now. That's coming soon. You can find me on Audible in the audiobooks I've done. There you go.
Fantastic. And by the way, your link is scrolling at the bottom of the screen right now. And the links to where you can find Liisa Lee are located in the description of this video as well. So in case you have any questions, comments.
Link. Oh my God.
I know, maybe not so much concerns, because who would be concerned with this superstar that we see before us? She's fantastic. Come on. You're working with a professional here. Anywho, thank you so much, Liisa, for being here. We greatly appreciate it. My name is Ryan. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Also, to keep up with all the podcasts and other projects that I have coming up, you can follow me on all forms of social media. And the link tree is located in the description of this video. It's also located in my bio on both my Twitter and Instagram accounts. So be sure to check that out as well. So once again, And I Quote is on Saturdays, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Get ready. We got so many incredible guests coming your way. On the next episode, we got promoter and comic book writer Philip Russert is going to be joining us on Saturday, June the 25th at 12 p.m. Eastern time on Facebook at It's Nerd Culture. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And also, we got another anniversary watch along coming up in a couple of weeks, July 1st, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 30th anniversary watch along of A League of Their Own, starring Gina Davis, Tom Hanks, Madonna. The list goes on and on and on. Join us for that. We're going to celebrate the 30th anniversary by watching the film, sharing our thoughts and feelings about the film as we watch it. So make sure to get your copy, queue it up, watch it along with us on Friday night, July the 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That is going to be a blast. And I see you smiling over there, Lisa. You're smiling from
I love that movie so much.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? So that is some of the things that are coming up. Also, if you're looking for some killer swag, check out our friends over there at theradbear.com. They got everything from Power Rangers to The Neverending Story to anime to all your favorite properties at theradbear.com. Make sure you use that promo code RYAN10. That's RYAN10 for 10% off your order. Theradbear.com. So make sure you check that website out. Treat yourself to some killer looking swag. You're not going to miss out on that. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun back here laughing. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we're having such a good time. And we hope you have had a good time as well. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you get notified of when the new videos, the new episodes of And I Quote go up. They go live, all that jazz. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay strong, stay safe. And remember, life is better when reading. Take a look.
Choose high-flying action. Choose death-defying escapes. Choose spine-tingling thrills. Choose nail-biting intrigue. Now's your chance to choose the adventure. The Captain Hawkland Adventures. Available on Amazon.com.
Do you love stories about anti-heroes, supernatural beings like werewolves, vampires, demons, witches, and more? Then Nightwolf is the comic book series for you. Nightwolf has proven to be a fan favorite with its unique take on the supernatural, theology, mythology, and fantasy. The story encompasses elements of horror, magic, and science in a modern setting. Hi, I'm Robert A. Malteri. I'm the creator and writer of Nightwolf and the founder of Lone Wolf Comics. It's been my dream since I was a kid struggling with attention deficit disorder and dyslexia to be in the comic book business. Comic books have helped me learn how to deal with my learning disability. And that's why this project is so important to me, because comic books have been so influential in my life. Born into an outcast breed of werewolves known as the Monokai, 18-year-old Rodney Marcelli is reluctantly thrown into an ancient war between good and evil. With the help of Snowpaw, the pureblood Monokai, Rod must learn to master his newly found lycanthropy and mysterious kinetic energy power that only he possesses. Rod must fight the Dark Covenant in order to avenge his friends and family and to save the girl he loves from the master vampire Lord Malice. Rodney Marcelli is Nightwolf. Currently, I have written 12 issues of Nightwolf, and I have published the first 4 issues in print and digital formats. Now, I stand ready to publish Nightwolf Volume 1. In a trade paperback collecting the first 4 issues along with exclusive new pages of story and artwork. And that's why I've come back to pay for the printing and the rewards that you will receive for backing this project. I'm extremely grateful for where I am now since publishing the first 4 issues of Nightwolf. When this project is fully funded, I will have the opportunity to tackle a new medium by bringing this gorgeous collector's trade paper back to life. I'd like to thank you for taking this creative journey with me, and I appreciate it so much. So what are you waiting for? Join the Wolfpack today!
You've worked hard and written a great book. Now, it's time to give it a great cover. If you're an indie author or small press publisher, Plasmafire Graphics is your source for affordable cover illustration and graphic design. Plasmafire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you.
Good morning! Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.